Jed, what are you most happy about that the team has been able to accomplish this season?
Well, obviously, missing the playoffs last year there, I think, over exceeding expectations and, being a strong contender for, not even just a playoff spot, but the division. So, we're fighting every night and, I think we're a threat to most teams we play. So I think I've been very happy with that.
Coming into this season, what were things that were important for you to try and accomplish?
So yeah, our main team goal to start the season was definitely, make the playoffs. We also set a team goal of 30 wins. I think, both are still attainable goals for us, and, the group has really bought into what we're doing, and, credit to them, just working hard and, showing up with positive attitudes every day. It goes a long way.
What are development aspects with this group you have been pleased with?
I think, their ability to come together as a team kind of, as the season goes on here. They're developing every day through practice, through video, but, that team aspect really goes a long way for us. And, through all the team building stuff that we do kind of extra beyond the rink, it creates that camaraderie and chemistry. And I think, I've really watched that develop throughout the year, and I think that's been good for our group.
What has it been like to assemble this group?
I mean, right from the onset in the early days of last year, certainly there was challenges in recruiting, but, definitely having guys, see the vision and what you're trying to accomplish, and buy into it right away, first thing in the summer. From recruiting a guy like Beck Boydo to our group right away in the summer, and, him bought in right away, has been huge for our group. Obviously he's an elite level goaltender.
Awkward saucer pass, a little too much heat. Mullen finds it and out in front, wide Tchaikovsky. Oh. Look at the save, Boyto. Wow. Saves it once.
Having him also talk with our goalie coach, Josh Thornbird of Saskatchewan there, it's a huge sell for us. So things like that have been huge for us recruiting wise. And then obviously when you start to assemble that group, with guys like Boydo, and then you acquire other guys, kind of, whether it's via trade or recruiting, you can kind of sell the whole picture. And I think that, we're kind of leading the KI in terms of overall player experience, just with some of the unique things that we offer. So we kind of do some outside the box things, and I think that goes a long way, just the overall player experience. And then through trades this year, we've added quite a few impactful players. Most recently Dawson Butler. We got him from Northern Manitoba Blizzard in the MJ there, and he had a short stint in Merritt, but he's been great for us. He plays with a lot of pace, and he's a dynamic player, and he's got a great IQ, so he's been good. We've had a guy like Nick Katai we just added out of Humboldt, which he's been a real positive guy, and adds depth to our goalie position. And there's numerous other guys that we've added along the way, and kind of even you add a guy like Hayden Ironshirk to the group. Obviously a Western League prospect is huge for us, and Hayden's been great for our group, and adding that offense is kind of one of the things that really helps our guys. So,
do you find that the team is really playing a team game?
Totally.
And not relying just on a couple of individuals?
Yeah, totally. If you look at our statistics right now, like, we don't have the leading scorers of the league on our team, and we got just by committee, I would say more so. Like our guys, we got every line that can contribute every night, and I think whether one line shut down and cold that night, but the other line picks up the slack and it's hot. It's about scoring by committee and getting the job done together. And, there's nights that some lines are going and others aren't, but I think it's definitely a depth thing for us and a team thing.